streets, but that sounds way more gangster than it should. It means more he knows, he's got his ear to the ground as far as what's going on in the different neighborhoods. Okay, cool. So since the last round ended on you, you get to start the next round by setting the stage. We're going to move to the social round, and our social goal is to start to rally support from the neighborhood dwarves. And Anthony, you're going to get us started by telling us what's going on, what the situation is, and then make your roll.
So Brenner and I we've known each other for a while anyway. He makes all my rings. They're all quite nice. I wear one on every finger like he does, and we try to one up each other over who has nicer rings that day.
So do you make him like crappy rings sometimes just so you look better?
Well, I maybe embellish like the value of things. I show up with something new and kind of be really nonchalant and try and hide it a little bit. And what's that on your finger? Oh, it's nothing. I'm not interested in this.
Couldn't afford this one. So Brenner and I, even though I don't know he's been exploiting me for years, I think he's just a straight up guy. So we decide we're going to try to open up this new tavern together. And so I think we're sitting. Where are we? We're sitting outside, maybe outside the Chitterale, plotting their demise under their very windows.
Yeah, I think we're kind of scouting out the clientele and trying to get an idea of like what type of people seem unhappy with the establishment and maybe where we'd be good setting up shop, like what area where our customer base would be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I agree with that. I think this is a good time to try seeing where the demand is highest and try to kind of scout out location-wise. Talk to people, see geographically where in the underground it would be the best place for it. So, for my trait, let's see. Well, I'm really there's some nice known parts of town, and there's some parts of town that are not so nice.
Right.
But I'm really curious, and I never quite abide by those definitions. So I sort of wander all over town. I wander to the good parts and to the bad parts,
sure,
and see where is the best. Because I'm sort of ignorant to that fact, but it's really just kind of the curiosity of they say it's bad. I wonder what's over there.
Right.
So I'm going to invoke.
Ignore all the muggings and.
Yeah. I mean, we'll post a guard, right? Brenner has a good connection to the guards. We'll post there. We'll draw some that connection.
I think Graham has the guard connection.
Oh, it's Graham with the guard connection. Yeah. Well, we'll have to figure that out.
It'll be alright.
So I'm going to get +1 for my curious and +1 for my social, and I'm going to roll a 7.
You, sir, would add an extraordinary success. You get a point of expertise to cash in for a reroll later.
Extraordinary success. And for advantage, I'm going to say...
Well, that's just for the opening round.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, so this is just, you succeeded at your action. How was it so spectacular?
We found the perfect spot, and it turns out it's in an area conveniently where we're not going to get mugged, where our clientele can feel safe to wander out the front door slightly drunk. So it was just, we found a good spot, and it just happened to be in a good part of town.
That's awesome. So as you guys are meandering around the neighborhood, you start to hear this melody reverberating off the rocks, followed by this majestically timed woodblock. And so what we've been doing is, or what I think I managed to talk you into, is we were going to go and have a little impromptu concert outside of Chitterale to draw people out, to draw some attention, and to let people know about our cause, to try to shut these guys down, because they're just crappy bar. They don't treat their...
the music's no good.
The music's no good.
Same old tunes.
Right. So I don't know what kind of arrangement have you prepared on the flute? Are we going like a high tempo, fast tempo, like
Ian Anderson-esque, rocking out?
Or like I was thinking Anchorman, where he pulls the flute out of the sleeve.
Something you can dance to.
A merry jig. And I'm actually going to go ahead and cash in my advantage, which may be a mistake because we might start missing some rolls here. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because my social skills kind of meh. So So without rolling, I succeed because I'm using the information that the guard gave me to go ahead and he told us that at this particular hour is when the worst chef is on the clock, and so nobody's happy, and the people leaving, and even the people going in, they realize what time of day it is, and they're like, oh god, that guy's in the kitchen. And so people trying to go in and also the people leaving are going to be drawn to our music, and we're going to use that to drum up support against Chitter Ale.
I hear that chef was previously in charge of the stables. Maybe that's why the food was so bad.
Oh, everything tastes a little muttony, a little horsey. So that's it. So that was my quick turn because there's no drama because I just used the advantage, but we did succeed here. So good. So we're 2 for 2. So if we can go all the way around it and without failing, then I think we will have rallied the support we need from the neighbors.
Okay. Well, my friend Faf and I are pretty locked down on a good location. Got interest brewing, and me being a creative kind of high daydreaming kind of guy, like I want to have a very unique kind of brew going here. So,
so you're already like thinking about the drinks that we're gonna serve and how it's got to be the best.
So I'm gonna be a bit eccentric, and I'm gonna go talk to this guy that I know used to work at the Chitter Ale, that like kept wanting to make some new recipes and try some new stuff that got fired because of it. So I'm gonna look to see if we can score a brewmaster because we need someone with some know-how.
Okay. This particular guy is, if I don't know this is how you see him, but I see him as being like a bit of an auteur, if you can apply that term to a brewer.
Yeah.
Because they gave him no freedom at Chitter Ale. That's why he quit.
Yeah.
And so he's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I mean he's made some really weird stuff that you wouldn't want to drink, but like he's definitely trying some very interesting things that should attract attention. So I go and explain that we're in this area of town where there's all these people that are making original music and their own items and looking to sell things. This is kind of the craft, do-it-yourself kind of people.
Right.
And like, if you come and consider working in our pub that we're starting, like, you have free reign to make what you want to make.
What is this part of town called? So I prefer to brew on my own. I'm doing things that are beyond the taste of those people.
Oh, well, you see, we're looking at establishing a new pub over in the left alley.
Isn't that called Williamsburg?
It's a little further south than that. It's not quite as stuffy as that. We're it's mostly younger people that are
don't care for young people.
Oh no, you misunderstand. These are people that are very creative and pursuing their interests and looking to be creative and expressful. And I can offer you the same opportunity to brew whatever you would like to try.
And I get paid?
And you get paid. You will get a share of the profits.
And a biscuit?
If you want. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Alright. So you're going to roll to see if you pull this off?
Yeah.
Are you looking at any traits? Oh, you don't need to.
I said eccentric, so...
Oh, eccentric.
That's a 6?
It's 6. Well, you convinced me, young man. I will give it a try. On the one condition. 2 conditions. If I get a biscuit, then I leave as soon as I am unhappy.
I only asked that you would talk to me before you leave if you're unhappy so that we could work it out, but I can agree to the conditions.
Deal. Deal, I say.
Now we have to hire a biscuit maker.
And then he wanders off back to the...
I used to give him a dog biscuit. He didn't say
it's a little bit dry. I like it.
So what did we establish?
All right, so we on my turn we used our musical prowess to begin to unite the people who don't like Chitter Ale to the needs of the musical community, and that something better has to come along. But we haven't really yet linked up with these guys.
Yeah,
so I don't know if you can bridge the gap.
I was thinking that's what
We're holding auditions.
Are you?
We are.
Well, I think that I should approach these guys about booking the band, and we've already got some reputation in the community already.
That's true. People have been talking about it for a week now.
So, well, this guy was aloof, right?
He's pretty aloof. I think they both are.
I think you're aloof also?
Yeah.
Well, how much am I able to... I'm aloof. I think that we can all, have that in common.
So you're picking up on their aloofness?
As long as we don't have a definite agreement on you getting paid.
2% of the door.
You can work for tips.
Work for tips. Well, I think I need to approach these guys and convince them that we're the final piece to their puzzle. They've got a great brewmaster, right? Now they need some good music, and we've already got the support of the community.
So we're not only bringing the most exceptionally perfect timekeeper of a generation and a spectacular flautist, we're also bringing the support of the community from our little impromptu concert there.
Yeah, we just want to make a living wage.
Commentary.
Let's see how convincing you are.
All right, so am I using my aloofness to connect with them? I'm calm but aloof, so I don't lose my cool. So they take me as a professional.
Picking up on your chill vibe.
Yeah. So
this is just whatever's on the die. There's no.
So we're going to see if we secure to be the house band.
All right. Whoa, not so much. All right. So when we fail, we hit unless you guys have a great idea that we want to come up with, we're going to use the failure table to generate the reason why this didn't work out, and why we're just going to be playing like once a month rather than as the house band. Anybody got anything before Jacob makes the roll here? All right, so you're gonna roll, and then so we got 6 options here. We're gonna see why you failed.
So just go ahead and roll.
Yeah, roll it. Hopefully. All right, so you committed some kind of faux pas as you were giving the as you were pitching our band to the potentially club.
So I have to decide what my faux pas was.
Yeah, what'd you do, man?
Maybe I didn't compliment his rings.
Both of our rings.
So I nudge you, I'm like, you gotta tell him a ring. All right, so I'm gonna jump in here. So when somebody fails, one of us has to react to potentially save it, and we have to use one of our traits to invoke the bonus. We do get the bonus, but we have to burn that trait. And because Udo is such a spontaneous dwarf, he immediately snaps to, and he tries to come up with a better compliment to glaze over the fact that your beautiful rings are not complimented. So this is going to be a +1. Okay, so we got a 6. So immediately, as you're babbling on, and I see you guys looking at each other like, he said nothing about the rings. What the hell is wrong with this guy? I jump in and I say, those rings are who made your rings?
That would be me.
So pleased you asked.
These are amazing. Wow. Well, what do you think? Can we get in a couple times a month to jam out?
We do want to inspire this to be a place where people such as yourself want to come and drink and come and perform.
Come and lay about.
Yes.
Lay about.
Yes. Or just...
That's part of your
Take a nap.
That's part of the tagline of the pub.
We do have a more
Beanbags.
back area.
Hammocks. Hammocks, thank you.
Hammocks.
But we do need someone to maybe coordinate other musicians such as yourself.
Okay.
So you would be, of course, free to play a couple times a week, but maybe you'd be interested in partnering with us to run the entertainment.
Deal?
Yeah. Talent management.
There you go. / house band. Talent management. Okay.
I mean, twice a week's pretty good.
That is
I
pretty good.
feel pretty good about twice a week.
Cool. Alright. Alright, so ends the social round. Good job.